As a country and society, we are faced with two choices and the critical decision on how to eradicate poverty in the 21st century. One choice is to stay the course. We will keep doing the same things that we've been doing for the past half century and then be surprised when we get the same outcomes. This is often characterized as a kind of madness. This approach will result in yet another underclass. 1 in 10 of our people living in ever larger urban areas demanding resources that are not available. The other choice is to stay focused on 1 square mile communities where residents are empowered to change their own conditions and leaders are responsible and accountable for outcomes that are critical to a meaningful and fulfilled life. The overarching goal is this: narrow the gap between the 1 square mile community and adjacent communities. When this gap begins to close, the 20th century cycle that traps generation after generation in poverty begins to disintegrate.
Well, the Oakview Renewal Partnership, in its simplest terms, is an organization. It's a structure to implement the strategy of a community-focused set of activities. But it's much more than that. The vision of the Oakview Renewal Partnership is the empowerment of the community. The mission of the Oakview Renewal Partnership is to narrow the cultural, health, education, public safety, jobs, and housing gap between the Oakview community and the rest of Huntington Beach.
The 1 square mile approach requires responsibility and accountability. There are many advocates, but you need one critical advocate, such as myself, for the Oakview Renewal Partnership that speaks in behalf of the community, reaching out as we've done to bring into the community existing resources.
The board of directors is charged with asking the hard questions to make sure that if we're doing something that is not making a difference, we change it or stop it, or if there's another thing out there that we need to do which will make an even greater difference, that we start it. Collaboration really is listening. It's listening to the people and getting the support and getting the involvement and commitment and emotional buy-in that's necessary to make change. Choosing to join a soccer team to get exercise, choosing to attend a farmer's market to buy healthy food, choosing to enroll in a program such as El Viento or others to get an education. These are all choices that are available now that were not available before. Creativity really brings out the best in a community. We're all creative in different ways. Communities need to have, and individuals need to have that creativity brought out. The creativity of art, of food, of crafts, of dancing. All of the activities taken together comprise a culture that should be celebrated, that should be enjoyed not just by the people inside our 1 square mile community, but by the community as a whole, the city, the county, wherever you are. It should be providing an exciting place to be and to be part of. Commerce is really being able to harness creativity and innovation. We all have the need to earn a living as opposed to having it given to us. Our inner respect needs ways to make money. Entrepreneurial spirit, the freedom to pursue our dreams about being into a business for ourselves and not necessarily working for some giant monolith somewhere. And so if the commerce is unleashed inside the community, and when combined with all of the other factors of collaboration and choice and creativity, commerce comes alive in a vibrant sense to raise the average of the community. The Oakview Renewal Partnership's job is to bring out the leaders of the community, to identify them, to coach them, to encourage them, and to help them. And once that is done, again, we can go away.
Hace unos meses me dieron un reconocimiento por, se llama La Influencia Latina, este programa. Mi reconocimiento fue como líder comunitario, y por lo cual me siento muy orgullosa yo de ser participante aquí en la comunidad, aportar lo que yo puedo, en lo que yo puedo. Y no me importa el tiempo, para mí no, el tiempo no importa, importa mi tiempo que yo doy hacia la comunidad y para las personas que me necesitan, ahí estoy yo.
As the coordinator of the center, I not only facilitate the group, but I also give them the assistance and the encouragement that they need. Right now they have their president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer, who is responsible for all the official leadership duties of this council. I am only there to give my motivation, give my leadership to them.
So that 5 made 100, and they now see their vision of a cleaner, happier, healthier, safer community. As a result of that work, they know they made that happen. Nobody else made that happen.
The league got started right behind me in 2005 when I met Jose Luis Rodriguez, the current president. We joined forces with the YMCA initially to obtain the insurance, and with the school. We put together a governing body and the rules and regulations of the soccer league. This league has grown to over 500 players, and we have now formed over 42 teams. This is a great example of what community leadership and empowerment is all about.
The El Piento program, it's an educational program, but more importantly, it's a parent and child educational program designed to keep kids in the program from 4th through 12th grade, with the promise that if they stay, we would fund their college with a 2-year scholarship. And our first group of kids graduated from high school in 2006. They all went to college, and they all are now sophomores in college.
We're offering an opportunity, looking at a systemic method that will encumber a holistic way of looking at problems and taking the responsibility and accountability to advocate by empowering our community members to have a voice, to share the vision of a better tomorrow.
If others could experience what I have experienced, they would be instrumental in transforming this model into other communities.
What can be done? What needs to be done? There are 4 immediate steps that can and should be taken in a 1 square mile community. 1. Hire a chief executive officer. The community CEO will embody the leadership and accountability to implement the management systems to narrow the gap in the quality of life metrics between the 1 square mile and the adjacent community. 2. Create a training program for community residents on how to begin looking at problems in a systemic approach. The systemic approach recognizes that we are all connected to form a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. 3. Create a robust evaluation tool to track the community's overall wellness. Once tested and refined, the evaluation can be a guide for community residents, leaders, partners, and donors. 4. Create a communication plan that has 2 equally robust tenets. First, internal communication that empowers residents to transfer their newfound knowledge and confidence to their neighbors. Second, external communication that trumpets these innovations to the larger community. These 4 steps are fundamental in renewing communities using a systemic approach. The choices are clear. The decision is ours.